Cast will be the deadass cereals. Cereals with Mascots, if you will. None of that Raisin Bran or Grape Nuts crap. Okay, we get high quality sugar stuff that targets kids, gets them hyped up on sugar, and then gets them into the more gets them ready for the more mature sugar of alcohol, as it were.
I like it. That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, it is.
Wow. I'll
They,
give you credit for that one, Chief.
hey, sugar hypes them up, and then alcohol calms them down. There you go.
Huh.
Anywho, there've been many, many, many plethora of cereals over the years.
Yes, there have been many cereals over the years with many different mascots and manscots specifically for this case.
Yes, indeed. Now, for me, I haven't eaten because I'm diabetic. I can't
Right.
eat like some cereals,
Correct.
but sometimes I can eat cereals, and I can eat cereals for like many, many times. Like I would say, I tried that Oreo O's,
Oh wow.
which is probably my favorite cereal, honestly.
Yeah.
But it's so hyped up with sugar, I can't eat it all the time.
Yeah, it probably really made the insulin level get in the 400s or something.
The
Or was
the
it not
blood sugar
that bad?
made the
Oh,
made the blood sugar go up
my
to
apologies. It
400s.
made the blood
Son,
sugar go up,
yes,
and the bolus, as I
the
learned,
bolus.
the bolus had to be increased a good bit to
Yes,
counter that.
yes,
You
indeed.
need a big old bolus for that cereal.
Oh, yes, yes, indeed. But however, I don't think they make them anymore, which is unfortunate because it's a great cereal and it doesn't have a mascot,
Aw,
so I can include that as it were.
yes.
So
What is your favorite with a mascot then?
my favorite cereal with a mascot would have to be my favorite cereal with a mascot would have to be Cookie Crisp, aka Cookie Crisp. This
That's right.
this dog, this wolf, okay,
It's a wolf, I believe. Yeah.
he is addicted to this crystallized sugar, if you will. Like he can't get
Wow.
enough.
It's like a
It's not.
the bird who's
Yeah,
addicted to Cocoa Puffs. I
yeah.
forgot what that bird's name was.
I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Cuckoo for Cocoa
I'm
Puffs.
Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs. Cocoa for Cocoa
Yeah,
Puffs.
he's just addicted to that. But it's not. It's not a that. It's Cookie Crisp.
That's right. Tell
And
us more.
so, you ever tried having cookies for breakfast? There you go. It's Cookie Crisp. Oh my gosh, son. This.
That probably would taste good
Oh
if
yeah.
it didn't have wheat and or dairy and or eggs and or maltodextrin
Yeah.
in it. So
Yes, indeed.
maybe one day I'll know what it tastes like.
One day I'm gonna paint a big picture. So yeah. Anywho. But yeah. So Cookie Crisp didn't start out with this. This wolf or whatever. Originally started
Right.
out with first Cookie Crisp mascot Cookie Jarvis.
Cookie Jarvis.
Not not
That's
a
an awesome name. Cookie Jarvis.
not the Iron Man computer Jarvis.
Right.
But this
Right.
is a wizard. A wizard who probably gives them the miracles, magical miracles of cookies for breakfast. And then
Wow.
and he was originally there in like 1977, right? And then for some reason they changed it to these two dogs, like Cookie Crook and Cookie Cop, who were always
Cookie
being yeah, they were always like trying to like find like the cop was always trying to like capture Cookie Crook and the dog or whatever because they were always stealing
Right.
the Cookie Crisp, and the kids need their Cookie Crisp, and they always
Oh
get
yeah.
locked in jail. But then focus more toward the dog and the Cookie Crook, less on the cop, which, society today, that's kind of concerning.
Huh.
And the dog was named Chip, and Chip would always say "Cookie Crisp" in 1990.
That's
And
true.
yeah, and slowly but surely he became the focus, and here we are today with
Wow.
the wolf doing "Cookie Crisp" in
The man
2003.
himself. I remember
2003.
that.
Yeah.
Always on the TV commercials.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's none of that today. I have not seen a Cookie Crisp commercial in
Me
forever.
either.
I think the last time I saw it was like, I don't know, 2007?
Man, has it been that long ago?
I guess. I haven't seen it ever, and I've watched a ton of television, so yeah.
Wow.
It's really, really sad. But anywho,
Huh.
Cookie Crisp.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, it's really crunchy. I would want it to be like more mushy, I guess, but you can wait till the milk kind of like makes it more mushy. But I don't know, it doesn't taste all that well that way. But anyway,
Yeah.
I think that this is a quality cereal. It's not, the best, I guess, all things considering. Like it tastes more like cereal than cookies, but you get that overall cookie taste, which I guess I enjoy.
Yes.
You get some chocolate chips. There's also double chocolates Cookie Crisp. There's also brownie Cookie Crisp, which I have not tasted. I just tasted the chocolate chip ones. But
Right.
you can taste the chocolate chips, which is surprising. You
Huh.
normally with this type of cereal, you don't really taste the chocolate chips. It's kind of like just, I don't know, coloring, I guess.
Yeah.
But you can taste them. You can taste more of the cookiness, I guess.
Yeah.
But you also get that cereal taste, which is kind of plays tricks on you. So I don't know. But anywho, I really like the cereal. The cereal is delicious. If um, if honey nut Cheerios or honey bunches of oats or any of the other cereals aren't there, I automatically go for Cookie Crisp. It's like my favorite cereal with a mascot, honestly.
Huh. Okay.
Honey Nut Cheerios is more convenient, I guess,
Sure.
but Cookie Crisp is like the one I want the most. Probably because I'm addicted to sugar, but yeah.
Hmm.
Anywho, that's
Okay.
my favorite cereal with a mascot.
All right. Well, my favorite is gonna have to be Cap'n Crunch.
Captain Crunch.
I love me some Cap'n Crunch. It's not even Captain. It's an apostrophe in.
Yeah.
Cap'n.
What about Oops All Berries? You ever tried Oops All Berries?
I have. I will get into that momentarily.
Oh yes, we shall.
So Cap'n Crunch, the standard orange, red, crimson colored box that is,
With the Captain
I like it.
himself.
with Cap'n, Crunchitays, as he would always say back
Yeah.
in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Um,
And the same design as like Rocky and Bullwinkle and all that, but
well, in those days, yes.
In
Back
those
in
days.
the day, you're right. I suppose he did have the same animation style. I
Oh,
never
yes.
thought of that. That's a pretty neat thing to say.
yeah, I mean,
Launched in 1963.
yeah, I mean, Rocky and Bullwinkle were pretty popular back in that day, so yeah, I would assume so.
Huh. It
But-
definitely has a 60s look. If you
Yeah.
look at an old box, nowadays it still looks like something from like 1997 in terms of the drawing, but maybe a little bit better.
Drawing.
But it's not the art style on the box has honestly not changed since I started eating it in like 2004 or 3 or whenever it was.
Yeah, I started eating Cookie Crisp when I was like, I guess 17. That's my first
Yeah.
one.
Wow.
That was probably like my addicting one. You went all the way to like when you were like, how old were you? 6?
In 2003, I would have been 5.
Wow. You grew up with the cereal. They targeted
Yes.
you, and you actually bought the cereal. Good job.
I guess. Well, it was more because my mom, of course, at that age, I wasn't quite old enough to responsibly decide if I was allergic to it or not to the degree I am now, because that's just how your brain is at that age. But my mom found that, now that I had recently outgrown my food allergy to oats and
What?
corn,
What?
or it may have just been corn.
Wait, you were allergic to corn?
All right, I'll have a very brief backstory about this.
Yes, because I had no idea you were allergic to corn. I thought you
There
ate high
was-
fructose corn syrup all the time.
Well, I do now, but there was a point in my life where I was also allergic to, what was it? Soy, corn,
Oh, okay, I remember.
green beans, and oats, I think, and I outgrew all 4 of those.
Okay, well, okay. I thought that this was more recent. I was like,
Oh,
what?
no. This was like a long time ago.
Okay.
Anyway,
a little
so-
little weird there. Anyway, continue with your
So-
Captain Crunch story.
okay. So, what I was getting at was that, since at that time we'd recently found out that I could eat corn and oats, my mom started looking to see if there were any breakfast cereals I could have, and she found Captain Crunch
Son,
was one
eat your
I
Captain
could try.
Crunch. Son.
So I gave it a try, and I thought it tasted really good, and I've liked it ever since.
Son, did you eat your Captain Crunch? Yes.
Yes.
Son, I still see 3 little Captain Crunches in the bowl. My son, you will eat those 3 Captain Crunches.
And
At this
another thing is it's easy to clean, like it's easy to eat it all because of its trademark ability to not get soggy in milk. You can eat the whole bowl of cereal, and when you clean the bowl out before you put it in the dishwasher and rinse out the milk, there's no residue of the Cap'n Crunch in there usually. Compared to something like Cocoa Pebbles, where
Oh yeah.
as good as it tastes, it sometimes will stick to the side of the bowl and you have to scrape it off to get it all, but it still is worth the effort. But I would still say Cap'n Crunch is a little better. It kind of fluctuates for me. I have different cereal likings at different times, but I think Cap'n Crunch is the one that's stuck out to me the most over the years, so that's why I'm going with it. Now, with that being said, let me tell you a little bit about the advertising from what I remember. So, for whatever reason these days, I don't see a lot of ads for this cereal, but then again, I don't watch a lot of kids' TV channels, so maybe they've started making commercials again, but the last...
As coming from a guy who watches a lot of kids programming on actual channels.
Yes.
There are none. There are no Captain Crunch commercials nowadays, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, I would have to agree. That's too bad. I never see them.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't think I've ever seen a Captain Crunch commercial. Like,
I've seen them, but it's been a while.
Like, I've seen them, like, online, but not on TV, which is really weird.
I've seen them on TV, like, in the early 2000s. It used to be, like, let's see, something like that with a whistle, and then...
That is a loud whistle.
And it was loud on the commercial, and then the captain was like, Crunchitize! Or something, and then I would get excited because that was like the only cereal I could eat at the time.
Duh. Yes.
I can eat it all by myself. As cried by...
Mommy.
Son, you
as
suck.
cried by Caillou. So yeah,
Son, you
that's
suck.
Captain Crunch. There are many variants of Captain Crunch, like the Oops All Berries, which is kind of
Oh
like
yeah.
Trix, but maybe a little better tasting, and then or a lot better in my opinion. Then there's the Crunch Berries that mix the berries in the Captain Crunch, the Peanut Butter Crunch, which is a big no for obvious reasons for me. That's a suicide mission. Then Christmas Crunch, never tried. There was a
Oh
chocolate
yeah.
donut crunch
You
years
know,
and years ago, and I seem to have liked it, but they don't make it anymore.
you know what? I
What?
actually did, in fact, try Christmas Crunch.
How was it?
Like, I got this idea. I got the idea from like watching Stone Gremlin Productions, which I don't recommend, but that's not here. Um.
Yeah.
Anyway, this guy tries like random stuff. Honestly, it is not too terrible. It's like a Christmas. Honestly, it's exactly what you expect. It's Christmas. It's a Christmas Captain Crunch. It's like there's stars in there.
Yeah.
It's just like in fun shapes, I guess. There's Christmas trees and like stockings or whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
that's basically it. I mean, I I don't know. There's um, were there anything in there to add flavor? I guess
Yeah.
like in regular Captain Crunch, or
Yeah,
is it
it
just
says it's sweetened. I don't know exactly what it is that does that, but it is sweetened somehow.
yeah? I remember there being um, kind of like it being kind of like no Lucky Charms. There we go. I was gonna say
Nah,
Lucky.
it doesn't quite taste like that.
Yeah, I know. I remember it reminding me of Lucky Charms though, and
It Lucky Charms tastes a lot like Cheerios with marshmallows
yeah,
to
that's what
me.
it looked. That's why I said it looked like it didn't taste like it. Excuse me. But
Yeah.
yeah. So
All right.
anyway,
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, that's my favorite. If you've never tried it, give it a shot.
yeah, I tried Christmas Crunch a while ago, and I've tasted some Captain Crunch on days when I was over at the Hendry Apartments, and it was, eh, it did pack. It did have crunch. Let's just say that it
It
had
did crunch.
It did
It
crunch.
does crunch.
It did not get soggy,
No.
which it goes against the laws of physics, but whatever. Anywho, guess let's
Cool. Well,
cool. Guess let's move on to our worst cereals with a mascot.
you got it. I'll let
Yes,
you go next.
indeed, because I'm next. Yaw, yaw,
Oh,
yaw.
man.
Anywho, so there's a lot of cereals that suck,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of cereals that are like, if they don't succeed, they don't capture the imagination from kids. They don't last. There are many that I can't count right now because I don't know, but I know there's a lot of cereals that have come and gone over the years, like Oreo O's, I guess.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're making Reese's Puffs anymore.
I mean, that did never matter to me because it's not like I could have had it.
Chocolate into peanuts,
Da, 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 da.
milk and
There you
peanuts. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big no.
Anyway, though, there's this one cereal with a mascot that's still running strong today that I cannot stand,
Let's hear it.
and it comes from the heart, honestly. Like I wish I could love this cereal so much.
Oh, I already know what it is, but
Yeah,
say it.
I think
Sadly.
I think you do. I love this cereal love this so much, but with a heavy heart, I have to say this is my worst one with a mascot, and that is Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a shame because those aren't bad at all.
I mean, honestly, they're like they're like shaved version. It's like if you chop up Fruit Loops, you chop up Fruit Loops into little itty bitty pieces, and that's Fruity Pebbles.
No, you have to remove the maltodextrin.
Duh, you gotta
I
Well,
tell you what,
taste wise,
if I can try Fruit Loops one day, I'll let you know.
okay.
But for now, Fruity Pebbles are better than the alternatives, but we'll get to that later.
To
Continue.
to you, but
Yes,
to me,
everyone's taste buds are different.
yeah. But to me, I can't. I don't know. Like I can't. I mean, Cocoa Pebbles are a little bit better, I guess,
A lot better.
but Fruity Pebbles, I can't stand it. It's just reminds me of chopped up Fruit Loops, and they taste like chopped up Fruit Loops. Like they don't even have the right taste. You get the taste for like a microsecond, and then they just turn into like I don't know, Rice Krispies. Like
That's
the
not
the
bad.
taste like what? I mean, yeah, Rice Krispies aren't bad, but I paid for Fruity Pebbles. I want to taste the fruit, not the Krispies. I want to taste the fruit. But yeah, anyway, it's it's really sad because the Flintstones, they're like one of my favorite cartoons ever. I own the complete series on DVD. That cost me $100. Why can't I say
$100, man.
hundred
A hundred,
ballers?
$100.
$100.
Man.
Fred and Barney and all that. Could talk about the Flintstones all day long, how they inspired many other cartoons and all that. How we wouldn't have Rick and Morty, we wouldn't have Family Guy, we wouldn't have The Simpsons, we wouldn't have had American Dad, all the adult cartoons without the Flintstones, honestly. And we wouldn't have the Jetsons without the Flintstones as well. Flintstones pioneered primetime adult animation slash family animation, not just kiddie animation, even though it got kiddie in the end. But in the beginning, it was more like The Simpsons. It was a little bit more cussing and a little bit more saucy, but the family, the family,
Nonetheless.
yeah, the family could still watch it.
Oh, yeah.
And I enjoy it every once in a while. Like sometimes it gets a laugh out of me. I know some people don't like it, but I like it, and I like their products, even though most of it's made of sugar, like Flintstone vitamins. It's mostly made of sugar. Fruity Pebbles, mostly made of sugar. And they
Oh,
try.
yeah.
I just don't like. I don't like the Pebbles brand, honestly. Like they tried to make cupcake Pebbles, which was so weird.
I'd never tried that. I don't think I could have it.
It was like Pebbles and Bam Bam. It's like birthday cake Pebbles.
Yep.
There's so many like that. They tried so many different other things. They overachieved. Their go-to things were are Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Pebbles. Like you can't differentiate that. And I get it. Like you trying to like reach for the stars, I guess, and like try new things. I get that. But Cupcake Pebbles, are you serious? You can't have Cupcake Pebbles, birthday cake Pebbles. It's so weird. Try something else. Like I don't know. Have like new raspberry pebbles in Fruity Pebbles, you know? Have like different flavors of pebbles in your Fruity Pebbles instead of just I don't like it.
Okay.
I don't like the
He doesn't
pebbles.
like it.
I do not like pebbles. I don't like
No.
the taste. It's a cheap version of Fruit Loops, and Cocoa Pebbles is honestly a cheaper version of Cocoa Puffs.
You know what? If Cocoa Puffs taste anything like the version from Publix that I'm actually not allergic to, then that's awful, and Cocoa Pebbles are better. But your taste buds are obviously, ear rape was needed there, different from mine because you think Red Bull tastes like cough syrup. So,
I mean,
fair
it does.
enough. That makes me think that I would not like Fruit Loops, and I probably won't when the day comes. Now, shall we talk about my least favorite cereal?
With the mascot, yes.
Yes. All right. Tricks. That's it.
Tricks are for kids. Silly rabbit.
And not for Hendrix's, apparently, because I swear they used to taste decent. Then I remember buying them one day, and they tasted horrible. I don't know what it was, but it was the biggest letdown ever, and the box just sat there with the cereal in it for weeks.
Did you
He was there.
was there a did you how long like in between when you bought the boxes was it? Was it like a few years or what?
Yeah, probably.
Well, that's probably why your taste buds probably changed.
That would make sense. Yeah,
Because I know like whenever I tried something like when I was a kid and I try something now and I haven't had it in years and years, I don't like it anymore. Like I remember that happening with like corn. Like I used to eat corn all the time, but ever since then I don't really have corn all that much.
hmm. I guess you get tired of things after a while and you have to change it up.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I guess your taste buds kind of move on and they, react to it. I
Yeah,
guess.
you're right. You're right. But for whatever reason, as awesome as the rabbit is, and uh,
Always trying to get that tricks, but the
always,
kids are like,
always,
nope.
yep, always going for the tricks, but nonetheless, not
Tricks
for
aren't,
me.
in fact, for kids.
I will stick to Fruity Pebbles over tricks every single day of every single year of every single life. The end. And honestly, that's about all I can say about it. I mean, the commercials are funny, but that's all the joy I get from tricks.
I mean, there
So,
was a point where the rabbit was trying to steal like real tricks from real kids, and as a kid, I was like, "What the hell is this? Kind of a kind of a loopy world did I just walk into? What happened to the cartoon kids?
they
It
became
was
real
it
through
was
the magic
real,
of Walt
not Walt Disney.
General Mills.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's just that was really weird. But when they went back to the cartoons, I was like, okay, well, that's better. But yeah, I think there was a point where the rabbit actually caught it, like maybe once,
Yes.
and was almost going to eat it. But then the kids were like, nope, sorry, rabbit, just for kids. Rabbit's always
Yes.
rabbit's always trying to get it, and honestly, like the rabbit is probably the only cartoon serial character still running today. Like I remember seeing the rabbit not too long ago. So yeah, the rabbit's still going around making his rounds and all that. And I think it harkens back to the old ways of cereal commercials. Like there used to be like
Yes.
stories and all that.
Oh yeah. They
Like
went
these
so far with it,
yeah,
but now the kids are on their tablets and
yeah.
don't know how to use a Game Boy.
Yeah. Now
Makes me feel old.
nowadays, but even still today, they still keep true to like the old ways of like cereal commercials. Like they still have like little stories, like little cheap, crappy stories,
Yeah.
but stories nonetheless. But which I have to commend them on. I really do. Good job.
Oh yes. And
You're keeping the thrill alive. And actually, I tried tricks before too. They're
probably for you better than Fruity Pebbles, but
they're a little better. I mean,
mm,
they're still not there for me. Like I still like Fruit Loops over tricks, but the taste did like last for a little bit longer. But still, I can see what you're saying because I remember tasting it, and then there was another, and I think they changed the design on it. Like
yeah.
when they changed the design on tricks, then I tasted it again, and it felt a little more cereal-y and less fruity.
Huh.
I remember it looking a little bit more duller for some reason.
Yeah. Maybe they changed the ingredients. Maybe
Maybe.
for you using maltodextrin with you got to get that barley-based sugar to really get it tasting good. I've never been able to know. The only time I had maltodextrin was when I
Blew
was
up like a
accidentally
balloon.
given. No, I accidentally had beer instead of Angry Orchard, and it tasted better, sadly. But
Don't let the one hear this.
no, she already has.
Well, okay.
So yeah, that's all I got for tricks, and I think now it is time for tubing with the U's.
Heck yeah. But before we do, let me just say this. Tricks are for kids.
Yes,
Tricks are indeed for kids. Now tubing with...
tubes are for U's.
Tubes are for U's. Back to the tubing with the U's.
Yes.
So, son, it's my turn to pick the channel that we're going to be talking about today.
What have we picked today?
Today we've picked a, it's sort of interesting because it ranges between two channels.
Okay.
But nonetheless, it's the main thing for this channel, for these two channels. And that is movie talk.
What a surprise!
Oh my gosh! AKA Collider Movie Talk. Before that, AKA AMC Movie Talk.
That is right.
Movie Talk for movie.